business and you just want to hate. What I find is the people that complain about stuff are the people that will never be my customers in the first place, normally do not have the money to spend to buy a single thing on golden.com, and they just want to be bitter because they can't be happy. They want to tear down an industry. Maybe they missed the train. Maybe they have nothing better to do with their life. If you love collectibles, then you love this sale.
Bro, this guy is a pure con man. He's a con man at heart, bro. He's a con man, bro, with a straight face. With a straight face. He trying to fool y'all into believing this shit, bro. Do not fall for people like this. This man is out to get your fucking pockets. And that's it. That's it, bro. All right, man, we reacted to this video here. This video here is a video by Tozy. It is titled Logan Paul just destroyed his reputation again. I don't know how he could destroy his reputation even more than it already is. He getting to the bag though, bro, so I can't really hate on him. I can't hate on Logan Paul, bro, or Jake Paul, so for that matter. So like, I mean, do what works. But before we get into this video, bro, man, hit that hype button for me. Also, bro, hit the like and subscribe button for me, bro. Come on, man, join the squad. Let's go.
Uh-oh, Logan Paul's being called a scammer again. Wow, would you look at that? The sky is blue today as well. So, I mean, unfortunately, Logan Paul has everything needed to succeed as a well-liked entrepreneur, except he chooses to not be liked. To me, it seems like the dude just chooses to wake up every single day, and instead of providing value, he chooses to figure out some way to extract value.
I mean, bro, that's what sells though, bro. Honestly, negativity sells, bro, on the internet. So to me, it just seems like he done mastered the art of social media. Honestly, bro, that's what it seems like.
You just look at what the guy has done to the Pokemon card economy. Logan saw a market that was primed to inflate, used to his advantage, and wring out every single cent possible. And now he's showing no signs of stopping. It's giving Tulip Mania for sure, because there's only so many people that would want to spend $16 million on a Pokemon card that has some questions regarding its grading. But I mean, the dude has been traveling the world and collecting Pokemon cards, and he's been synonymous with many things over the years. Force in Japan, failed crypto projects, Pokemon cards, and greed unlike any influencer I've ever seen. And now he's back at it again, making headlines yet again. Because this time he sold his infamous PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator card for a whopping $16.5 million.
Yikes, what the? Bro, I'm doing something wrong. What the hell? A Pokemon card for 16 mil? God damn. That's crazy. Who the fuck spending 16 mil, bro? Like, they must be a billionaire, a trillionaire. Is it Elon? Like, what the hell, dude? Hey, man, that's capitalism at its finest, though. I feel like Jake Paul and Logan Paul are capitalists at their core, bro, at their core. So, I mean, you can't really get mad at them for it, bro. I mean, if somebody's willing to spend this money on a fucking card, I mean, go ahead for it, bro.
And there are a bunch of people online who claim that Logan actually had zero right to do that, both morally and legally. And not only that, he's also already pushing his next digital Pokemon card project before the last one is even blown over. So do you guys remember this card? The one he made his entire personality. The one he allegedly spent $5.3 million on. The one he set the Guinness World Record on and wore to WrestleMania.
You might have seen the card I was wearing around my neck.
This is the rarest card in the entire world. The most valuable Pokemon card in the entire hobby.
The holy grail right here.
See, when I first started in Pokemon, like most curious collectors, I looked up the most expensive Pokemon card. And this was it. The Pikachu Illustrator.
So this is apparently the quote-unquote rarest Pokemon card of all time. Once it was just a fable, whispered among collectors and fans alike. Now, I guess it just serves a questionable way for Logan Paul to obtain wealth, and I guess his need to throw it around for reasons unknown.
$16 million.
16 million.
Oh,
$16 million. 16.1, baby.
Well, what's actually the problem, besides the fact that $16.5 million for a single Pokemon card is absolutely insane? Well, we could start with the fact that Logan technically isn't supposed to own the card, at least fully outright, or at least not more than, roughly half of it. Because if you're confused about how anyone else could own parts of his card while it's clearly iced out around his neck in his possession, don't worry, I'll explain. Because Liquid Marketplace, that was introduced in 2021 to 2022 as a way for regular people to co-own top-tier assets like expensive trading cards and NFTs. So instead of just one rich guy hoarding these expensive assets, you now have multiple rich guys hoarding expensive assets, but then normal people can buy digital IOU tokens to, I guess, owning these digital assets that these rich guys are hoarding.
Bro, that's pretty interesting. That is, bro. So let me get this right. So you can have a piece of jewelry and somebody can own part of that jewelry. This ain't making sense.
What could go wrong? Apparently a whole lot.
So you may have seen me introduce myself as a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace. I think our team is what solidifies us as one of the most dominant fractionalization co-ownership platforms. We have the most elusive, top-tier, rarest assets in the world for the entire world to co-own.
Yes, I will be listing this card on a platform that I co-founded called Liquid Marketplace.
Co-own on Liquid Marketplace. The one and only PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator now available on Liquid Marketplace.
So the premise is simple. Liquid Marketplace could hold on to the physical item in their vault and sell shares of these items in the form of tokens on their website. It sounds eerily similar to a new thing that he's promoting called Rip It, but we'll get into that later on in this video. So Logan has essentially referred to himself as the co-founder of Liquid Marketplace on numerous occasions, and even went as far to promote the fact that you would be able to be a part owner of his super rare PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator Pokemon card.
What is Liquid Marketplace? What is Liquid Marketplace? Okay, this says Liquid Marketplace is a platform launched in April 2022 by Logan Paul that facilitates the fractional ownership of high-value collectibles, such as rare trading cards, by allowing users to purchase tokens. He created this whole fiasco, and he capitalizing off of it, bro. If you crazy enough to go out and support this type of shit and buy pieces of trading cards, then that's on you, bro. That's on you. I personally can't invest and buy something that I can't touch. I'm sorry. But honestly, bro, even some of the most high value stuff in this day and time is quickly losing value too, bro. It's quickly losing value. So it's really no sense to even try to collect trading cards and stuff like that. Because imagine spending $16 million for a trading card, bro, just because it's from Logan Paul, for it not to mean shit in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? 20 years, 25 years. Because we live in a microwave time. Their attention span is like microwave timing. That shit is there for the moment. And then once it ding, it's over with.
Through the site. So if the allure of a possible financial gain wasn't enough, Logan also sold fans on the idea that by purchasing digital shares of this card, you were also a part of the world record, and even part of his WrestleMania walkout, and even a part of Pokemon history. I mean, who in the Low Gang wouldn't want that? And because, he was reportedly selling 51% of the card on Liquid Marketplace, that meant that he wasn't supposed to be able to make decisions without majority approval. Things like, say, auctioning off on a live stream while yelling and banging a gong.
What are we at? Current bid on the Illustrator, $12,400,000.
But naturally, some of Logan's fans bought into this hype, so much so that he allegedly fractionalized roughly 51% of it for a reported $2.6 million. But you'll see Logan heavily denies this on Twitter. So who knows if it really happened, but this is what the streets are saying. Because, hey, I'm just a villager idiot. I'm just reporting on what's going on. But like many other crypto NFT marketplaces that were created during the NFT boom, Liquid Marketplace pretty quickly had its fair share of problems. A big one being the lack of liquidity on Liquid Marketplace. The irony does write itself, which is kind of beautiful in this moment. But allegedly, users couldn't withdraw funds, and features that were promised on launch were yet to be added. And on top of that, no one was getting any information on what was even happening. And naturally, Liquid Marketplace eventually failed. And currently, it's facing fraud charges from Canada's Ontario Securities Commission. Logan Paul, it's worth noting, and very important to note, is not involved in that investigation, though. Let me just repeat that because I'm not trying to get backhanded here, but Logan is not facing any charges from Canada's Ontario Securities Commission, as of recording this video at least. But this behavior might help explain the mismanaging going on behind the scenes, because he does have a track record of working with some shady types, to put it lightly. But of course, the value of the Pikachu Illustrator shares dropped as the site struggled, and Logan was allegedly able to buy them back for a fraction of the price due to an alleged clause. And this never personally reimbursed his fans, who essentially got rug pulled by him. And allegedly, he never really followed up on this either. According to him, he was told that when he bought back the shares for a reported $250,000, which is, peanuts compared to the initial value, that the money would be distributed to their fractional owners based on their respective percentages. Only a 90% loss there for all the holders, but...
Bro, that is crazy, bro. That is honestly nuts. So these people went out and bought a fraction of this card, which is already crazy. And then they lost money. He bought their portion back for a fraction of the price that they paid. Yeah. Honestly, bro, you gotta blame the people. You gotta blame the people. That's crazy.
At least Logan makes some money, but actually, scratch that. Allegedly, the 90% loss didn't even happen. It was basically 100% loss because they didn't see anything from that investment. Again, allegedly, the money just went poof. It was gone.
Right.
As soon as it was sent to Liquid Marketplace, gone forever. So I guess no one got reimbursed, and I guess Logan Paul had no idea this whole time. But all of the tweets that Logan's been making in an attempt to do damage control are getting community noted with reminders that Logan himself boasted about being a Liquid Marketplace co-founder multiple times on multiple platforms. And he sort of is, reputationally at least, on the hook for some of these actions, especially in the early days. Because this definitely does not look good for his reputation nor his image. Because, this destroyed his reputation yet again. Because, it doesn't seem like people are just coming up with this stuff on their own. The clips are everywhere. So, of course, eyebrows started to raise when Logan announced that he was going to be selling the card in partnership with Golden Auctions, owned by Ken Golden, who is quite the character himself. Here's a quote from Twitter, from Dub Mentality. "Let me get this straight. If you don't like his company, you're too poor to buy from him. And you also don't like collectibles. Is that about it?" And then he quoted this video.
You just don't understand the business and you just want to hate. What I find is the people that complain about stuff are the people that will never be my customers in the first place, normally do not have the money to spend to buy a single thing on golden.com. And they just want to be bitter because they can't be happy. They want to tear down an industry. Maybe they missed the train. Maybe they have nothing better to do with their life. If you love collectibles, then you love this sale.
Bro, this guy is a pure con man. He's a con man at heart, bro. He's a con man, bro, with a straight face. With a straight face. He trying to fool y'all into believing this shit, bro. Do not fall for people like this. This man is out to get your fucking pockets. And that's it. That's it, bro. And he's trying to make everybody feel bad. Everybody who's speaking out against it or don't want to be a part of this shit feel terrible for calling out or seeing the red flags. Nah, dog. You know this is bullshit. You know it's bullshit.
All right, dude. That was certainly a response. But Golden Auctions, they've already raised concerns from people online who seem to think they're not so legit. And immediately, all of the old partial owners of this card who thought they had the IOU tokens of this card, they were still waiting for some of their payouts and started to wonder if they would actually see any reimbursement from the sale that just happened, since, you know, they'd essentially been rug pulled by Logan's platform, in their opinion. Because people rightfully so called it unfair and not his card to sell, because wasn't he supposed to only be the 49% owner? And even if he bought back all the shares fair and square, but the problem is, you know, the investors allegedly didn't even get their shares or any money back for that buyback. So I don't know what's going on there. I feel like the coolest thing he could do here is just give all the investors their portion of that sale, because then he still pockets roughly $8 million from this, or well, you know, after taxes less, but you know, on paper, he gets $8 million, and then he proves to the world, look at that, I did something that actually made people money. Why wouldn't he do that? Because these fans believed him, even after he proved time and time again to be, you know, less than trustworthy. Crypto Zoo, Dink Doink. There's probably a handful of others I can't remember off the top of my head as well. But
Bro, he's not gonna do that. That's a lot of fucking money, bro. 16 mil and then you lose eight. You lose 8, and you only pocket $8 million is still a lot of money. But I don't just see nobody giving up $8 million, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. He pulled one over, bro. He did what he was trying to do. He did what he was trying to do, bro. That motherfucker don't care about the way people view him. Him or Jake Paul, bro. They don't care. They are capitalists, bro. They want their money, everybody else's money. They greedy. They want everybody portion. I don't see him giving nothing back.
I guess in the end, it seems like Logan thinks he's off the hook, because in a recent tweet, Logan claims that even though he offered to sell up to 51% of the card on Liquid Marketplace, he only actually sold a measly 5.4% for about $270,000 in 2022. My main question is then, where is the $2.6 million from? Because that's a pretty big difference, to say the least. But I mean, with all the threads on Reddit, people showing themselves being blocked by Logan in real time, it feels like there's more than just a few people who allegedly lost some money here. But now they're all online, and some of them are trying to hold Logan accountable any way possible. And then you have others in the whole separate camp who consider themselves smarter for not falling victim to this ploy and are reminding people that apparently the site's terms and conditions said that they could decide to sell the item without consulting the shareholders. So it's sort of on them in their opinion. But overall, I mean, this just shows you why you should never put money in anything like this. So technically, by the terms, Logan had every right to sell the card for its outrageous price tag to an equally outrageous buyer, because the winning bid for the rare card was placed by the venture capitalist AJ Scaramucci, the son of former White House communications director Anthony Scaramucci. But for reasons I don't know, AJ Scaramucci is reportedly on a quest to collect the uncollectible. He reportedly also hopes to eventually buy a T-Rex dinosaur fossil and the Declaration of Independence on his planetary treasure hunt. And AJ was even ready nearby on the live stream to come receive his new card. Or chain, I guess. So that made a lot of people speculate, wait a second, was all this planned to begin with to build hype with an enormous sale around this site? I don't know. But whether it's for AJ's planetary treasure hunt or Logan's newest endeavor, ripit.co, I don't know. And speaking of, let's talk about the new project. So ripit.co is another website built around virtual card openings, except on Ripit, they're supposed to represent real physical packs that you can reportedly then choose to either sell for instant cash, store in their vault, or ship straight to your door. And I'm gonna be real here, but this sounds exactly like those hypebeast digital unboxing sites that his brother Jake Paul was promoting back in 2017.
Yeah, some
and I don't
bullshit.
know about you guys, but to me, in my opinion, this kind of feels like gambling. Sure, one could argue that Pokemon cards are gambling, but having the immediate option to sell the cards for instant cash on this virtual unboxing website makes it seem a whole lot more like gambling to me. Seems like a big gray zone. But once again, Logan has his face comfortably plastered all across their branding and their website. So, will he scrub his ties with Ripit in a few years? Who knows?
Ripit is a new collectible platform co-founded by Logan Paul. Every single one of the first edition cards that are about to be pulled will be given away for free to those who join the waitlist for Rip It, including the guaranteed holographic card that could be a Charizard worth up to $550,000, maybe even more.
But the final allegation,
Bro, this shit don't even sound appealing. It don't even sound appealing to me though. I don't know who the fuck is buying this shit, buying these lies. It's always a new predator that comes out. They want to scheme the population, bro. And people actually fall for it every time. They actually fall for it. But honestly, none of this shit really sounded interesting to me.
this whole story, which Logan also denied on Twitter, is that he benefited from insider trading on Polymarket during the entire auction. But again, there's literally zero concrete evidence here. But a Twitter user did notice a Polymarket account with the same profile photo as the one Logan had, profiting off of some pretty interesting bets during the auction. So these would be some bets from someone who would have an idea of what the sale price would be going for. Now, is this a coincidence? Logan seems to think so. And yeah, I guess someone could have changed their profile picture to the same one as his so that allegations like this would get thrown around. That's not crazy to assume. But like I said, again, Logan denies these claims completely. And I'm not giving an opinion there unless we get some more evidence here. But all I do know is the hobby of collecting Pokemon cards, as it once was, is pretty much gone now. Normal people have unfortunately been priced out. Unless you buy a fractionalized promise, which honestly doesn't have a great track record either. Regardless though, I guess you could easily convince fans that buying into a Pokemon card or NFTs is a way to get rich. After all, he did just make millions. And the buyer tweeted about getting the card in the Pokemon Museum, which I guess is a great outcome from this. But at least for now, everything in this video are allegations and scorn fans venting about their frustrations and using blocks as proof that Logan is at fault. But I'm pretty sure he blocked me after I called him out for the whole Japan forest situation. So that was a minute ago. So I mean, I'm just guessing he pretty much blocks everyone who criticizes his garbage actions. But hey, you know, 2026 or year of the flaming horse, I think it is. I guess Logan Paul thought that was just
Hey man, about to wrap the video up here though, but hey, honestly, bro, those Pokemon cards do go for a lot. They go for a lot, bro. They kind of like the little calls dolls and shit. They used to go for a lot. I don't think they still really like people are still really collecting those things anymore though. But this, like the Pokemon cards, bro, it might fade off. You never know. They've been thriving for a minute though. They've been thriving for a minute, but everything comes to an end. Everything comes to an end, and I really I'm really gonna feel bad for those people who buy into like these Pokemon cards and stuff, and then they eventually come to an end, bro, and then they left just spending a chunk of money, not getting nothing in return.
Come closer, hip-hop supernova is back. Keep your composure, yeah, all hail the chosen. You niggas place holding. I soar in, so important like Air to Jordans. Just culture.